Is a leather midsole better than our polyester woven midsole? And I'm going to say no. Now many of you are probably thinking I've lost my marbles, but in this video we're going to discuss the pros and cons to the two options we offer here at Jim Green. The reason I say this is that a leather midsole is not necessarily better for you, but it is definitely better quality. Now the difference between these two comes down to two factors. One is weight and durability. The reason this video idea came to me is not everyone fully understands the options that we offer, and due to the negative connotations that come with the name board, unfortunately many look at our polyester woven board as a less than product, when really it is still a really great option to have. So over the past couple of weeks I've been wearing our latest collaboration boot with Cole Morawski, our 719, in a new leather, our Bronco Brown full leather midsole, and I've really loved this. I then decided on a recent hike in Botswana to make myself an African Ranger full leather midsole with our new tire wedge sole. And this is where the difference in the midsole really stuck out to me. So as you can see, I've put a ton of wear into this boot already, and I've thoroughly enjoyed it. This leather midsole, which is one of the benefits, really stands out and gives you a nice formal look. The leather has aged really great and the patina is really starting to come through, as you can see from the boot when I first put it on. But when I wore my African Ranger full leather midsole tire wedge sole on a walk through Botswana, I actually didn't enjoy it, and that is because the boot was just too heavy for the African bush. So this brings us back to the point on what is better for you. So for myself, as I'm often jumping in and out different boots and don't wear them for all that long, I don't need the durability of a leather midsole, whereas I prefer the lightweight option of our polyester woven. Now, walking through the bush, changing through different pairs of boots, lightweight is what I really want. Whereas on my 719 boot, I want that formal look, I want to look smart in the office, and the extra weight is really something that doesn't bother me. And this is a boot that I want to keep for many years to come, and something that will be part of my collection. So to give you an idea of the weight difference between leather midsoles and polyester woven is that on a pair of African Rangers, which is a single lasted boot, and this is very important because on the double lasted boot, it's naturally going to be a heavier boot. Now we've made a video on the difference between single and double lasted boots, which we'll put links to down below. But on a single lasted African Ranger boot in a polyester woven midsole, you're looking at 1.3 kgs for a US size 10. Now, as soon as you swap out the polyester woven midsole for the leather option, there's a plus minus 20% increase, and this boot on a US size 10 will weigh 1.6 kgs. Keep in mind, this is with our Oringa sole, and the pair I was wearing while in Botswana did have our tire wedge sole, which has a little bit of extra rubber to it. So that is again going to add onto the weight difference there. But personally, for myself, walking through the African bush, African Ranger polyester woven was the way to go. For those interested in the double lasted option, which means it comes with an extra layer of leather, which naturally adds weight onto it, this pair of bush cats what came through our custom boot department and caught my eye, with a leather midsole in a US size 10, weighs 1.8 kgs. And as soon as we go down to the polyester woven midsole, there is that 20% difference, and this goes down to 1.5 kgs. So now on to point 2, and that is the durability. So naturally, leather is going to be much harder wearing and longer lasting. So if you're hard on your boots, don't mind the extra weight, this is the way to go. Now, the polyester woven board, as mentioned, the word board gives us a negative connotation because there are so many different types or variations of quality in board. But here at Jim Green, we use something that almost mimics leather and does shape to your foot with time and wear, and gives you the option to resole 2 to 3 times down the line depending on how well you take care of your boots. Now we did a resoling video a few weeks ago, plus there have been numerous other resoles that we have done where you can see us pulling off old soles and putting on new ones fairly easily with the board not all that damaged. Now this doesn't mean that the board doesn't get damaged, as if you are hard on boots and wearing them all day, every day through various types of terrain, that board is naturally going to wear away. And the big question is, what do we make our board out of? We're not going to give too many secrets away, but our board is synthetic fibers that are held together with a synthetic resin. And that's what gives it its lightweight property combined with some durability. So to summarize, if you're wanting the leather midsole option, you are going to get a much crisper and better looking side profile to your boot. It is going to be longer lasting, but on the negative side, it's going to be more expensive and heavier. Whereas we come to the synthetic option, on the positive side, it's going to be more affordable, it's going to be lighter weight, and on the negative side, it is not going to be as durable. In terms of looks, from a distance, it does kind of have that leather look to it. So that is really up to personal preference. It's been a few years that we've been selling our boots outside of South Africa. For those of you that have had experience with our synthetic midsole and had a resole, please let us know in the comment section below on your experience. And please don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe to our channel, and any questions you may have, let us know, drop us an email. We're always here to assist.